No one expected it. No analyst predicted it, and no global power saw it coming. Israel has quietly introduced an experimental upgrade to its F-35 fleet, an upgrade that could shift regional power balances, redefine modern air combat, and raise urgent questions about security, strategy, and escalation. What makes this development so surprising is not just its technical leap forward, but the secrecy surrounding it. For months, rumors circulated. Satellite images hinted at unusual modifications. Defense officials offered vague statements. But now, clearer information is emerging, and its implications are far wider than anyone imagined. Israel's F-35 program has always been unique. Unlike other nations that operate the jet under strict American standards, Israel negotiated something unprecedented: permission to deeply customize the aircraft. That flexibility has allowed Israeli engineers to create new weapons systems, modify avionics, and integrate domestic technology into what many consider the most advanced fighter jet in the world. This new upgrade, however, represents a turning point, one that may transform the F-35 from a stealth fighter into a multi-domain command platform with capabilities no other nation currently possesses. To understand the significance, we must look back at Israel's long relationship with military aviation. For decades, Israel sought to maintain what it calls its qualitative military edge. That strategy meant adopting technologies faster than regional rivals, upgrading foreign systems with local innovations, and using combat experience to refine designs. The F-35, known in Israeli service as the Adia, became the centerpiece of this doctrine. When Israel first introduced the aircraft, it immediately began modifying software, sensors, and mission systems. These changes allowed the jet to carry Israeli weapons, communicate with local drones, and adapt to terrain and threats specific to the region. But this latest development is different. The new upgrade, still classified in most of its details, appears to revolve around advanced electronic warfare, AI-driven target processing, and a next-generation command and control interface. Analysts believe Israel has developed a system that allows the F-35 to coordinate multiple assets at once, including drones, ground-based sensors, and long-range strike platforms. In other words, the jet is no longer just a stealth fighter. It becomes a battle manager. This shift matters because the future of air combat is not only about speed or stealth. It is about networks, how fast information moves, how quickly threats are identified, and how precisely decisions can be made under pressure. In regions where airspace is crowded, contested, and constantly monitored, this type of upgrade can change the strategic picture dramatically. There is also a humanitarian perspective worth considering. Whenever military technology improves, the risks surrounding escalation also grow. Faster decision-making can reduce civilian harm when used responsibly, but it can also compress reaction times, increase tensions, and heighten uncertainty. Israel's neighbors are watching these developments closely. Regional powers worry that such an upgrade could tilt strategic deterrence or trigger a new wave of military modernization. At the same time, Israel argues that these enhancements provide security in an environment filled with emerging threats, from advanced missile systems to electronic warfare platforms. Defense officials claim the upgrades strengthen deterrence and help prevent broader conflict by ensuring rapid, accurate responses to hostile actions. Yet critics warn that secrecy around these programs complicates diplomacy and may contribute to misunderstanding between states. What makes this story particularly compelling is how quietly the upgrade occurred. There were no major announcements, no international press events. Instead, clues emerged through small details, unusual antenna shapes, new fuselage panels, and subtle changes in mission briefings. Defense researchers began piecing the information together. Gradually, a picture came into focus, a picture of a fighter jet entering a new phase. Some reports suggest the upgrade includes a breakthrough in real-time sensor fusion, allowing the F-35 to create an ultra-detailed battlefield map far more quickly than before. Others point to enhanced cyber defense tools, ensuring the aircraft can operate even in environments saturated with electronic interference. And some suggest Israel is experimenting with loyal wingman drones that operate alongside the fighter, guided by AI algorithms integrated through the upgraded system. If true, this would place Israel at the forefront of sixth-generation air warfare years ahead of schedule. But any technological leap raises global questions. How will other nations respond? Could this accelerate arms development across the Middle East? What oversight exists for advanced AI in combat systems? These are important discussions, and they extend beyond borders. They affect regional stability, global security, and long-term humanitarian outcomes. Despite the tension such innovations may generate, this development also highlights the rapid pace of modern defense engineering. Nations are not only upgrading weapons, they are redesigning entire operational concepts. The battlefield of the future will be shaped by information dominance, rapid communication, and integrated platforms working together seamlessly. Israel's secret F-35 upgrade is a clear example of that trend. As this story continues to unfold, one thing is certain: the world will be watching. Governments will study the implications. Analysts will assess the risks and benefits. And the public will try to understand what this means for the future of conflict, deterrence, and diplomacy. For now, the upgrade remains partly hidden, partly revealed, and entirely consequential. Whether it leads to more stability or more uncertainty depends not only on the technology itself, but on the choices nations make moving forward. Israel's F-35 program has once again introduced a surprise, one that forces the world to reconsider what is possible, what is permitted, and what the next decade of aerial warfare will look like. And as the details continue to emerge, this story will remain one of the most closely watched developments in global defense.